Vote for Grandpa.
Oh. Thank you, sweetheart.
What is up, guys? Tyson Dela Cruz here. Thank you so much for rocking with me. The Trump, North Carolina rally today had some really awesome highlights, and I wanted to share those with you guys because some of these moments, when I watched them, I absolutely got the chills and I got inspired for the future of our country. And hopefully you guys do too. Shout out to everybody watching. Drop your comments down below and let me know where you're watching this out of. This is the first moment that I wanted to share with you guys. No rappers, no twerkers, no jerkers, none of that crap. This is just the moment of Trump Force One flying over the rally site. The next one that I wanted to share with you guys was this moment that, honestly, it was incredibly inspiring. This moment is air traffic control enthusiastically welcoming President Donald Trump and Trump Force One to Wellington, North Carolina. And it was just freaking awesome.
Air traffic control, this is Trump Force One, over. Tower to Trump Force One, we hear you loud and clear. Air traffic control, we are on final approach and are requesting approval for landing. Over. Tower to Trump Force One, you are clear to land. Welcome to Wellington, North Carolina. Copy that, air traffic control. Great to be back in North Carolina. Let's make America great again. Air traffic.
Oh man, that it makes me feel inspired to hear that. Hopefully it did to you guys too. I'm going to jump into this really cool moment where Donald Trump brought up his grandson on stage.
Would anybody like to meet Luke, her brother? Luke, come on up.
Vote for Grandpa.
Oh. Thank you, sweetheart. Great job. So cute. Oh, he doesn't want to get off the stage. Oh, wow. Look at that. He's got the gene. Thank you. Thank you, Luke. I said, say MAGA. I whispered into his ear, so cute. I said, say MAGA. He said, vote for Grandpa. He didn't care what I said. And that was actually much better, right? That was much better. Thanks, Luke. Thanks, Carolina. Thank you, honey. What great kids, great people.
He also brings up his granddaughter, Luke's sister. This was a really cool moment as well.
American great again.
Oh, that was great, honey. Wow. Thank you. What a good job. I can see the new senator when Ted someday, he's going to say, sir, I've had it. I can't do it any longer. He's going to resign or leave, and we're going to have Carolina get in there and run. Anyway.
Oh, man. And here are some quick highlights of the rally itself.
This election is about the economy. This election is about the border. That's what it is. And I am your border president. Your border president. Kamala would be your invasion president. Today, I'm announcing a new plan to end all sanctuary cities in North Carolina and all across our country. No more sanctuary cities. Uncle Sam, do you agree? Uncle Sam agrees. I had a feeling you would, right? You're great. As soon as I take office, we will immediately surge federal law enforcement to every city that is failing, which is a lot of them, to turn over criminal aliens, and we will hunt down, capture every single gang member, drug dealer, rapist, murderer, and migrant criminal that is being illegally harbored. Every one of the top 25 worst cities are Democrat-run cities. It means the streets of your cities will be safe and clean. The homeless encampments will be gone. They're going to be gone. Oh, you have to see. You have to see some of these encampments, what they've done to our cities. And we've got to take care of the people, but they're destroying our cities. And instead of a planet on the edge of global war, we will have world peace. We won't have World War III, which we're very close to having right now. That's the future that awaits the America that we love under President Donald J. Trump. But if you cast your vote for Kamala Harris, Comrade Harris, we call her Comrade, you're voting for 4 more years of brutal job losses, higher taxes, surging prices, falling wages, and economic depression and despair. Other than that, you'll be doing quite well, I think, actually. The problem with another debate is that it's just too late. Voting has already started. She's had her chance to do it with Fox. You know, Fox invited us on, and I waited, and they turned it down. But now she wants to do a debate right before the election with CNN because she's losing badly. You know, it's like a fighter. She sees the polls. She sees what's happening. She's losing badly, but it's like a fighter who goes into the ring and gets knocked out. The first thing he says is, I want a rematch. And I won all of the primaries. Remember, she won none. She went into no primary. She got no votes. Biden, in all fairness, I'm no fan, but in all fairness to him, he got 14 million votes. She got none. She's done one debate. I've done 2. It's too late to do another. I'd love to in many ways, but it's too late. The voting is cast. The voters are out there immediately. Is everybody voting? Please get out and vote. Everyone knows that Kamala Harris cannot explain how she would make your life better because it's really her policies that have destroyed this country in the last 3 years. She was the border czar. Now she says she wasn't the border czar. It doesn't matter. She was in charge of the border, put there by sleepy Joe Biden. He wanted to go to the beach. She said, I don't have time. I got to go to the beach and sleep. Who the hell sleeps on camera? You have cameras watching. I don't want to ever fall asleep on live television. Kamala Harris cost your family $28,000 in higher prices. Last month alone, she lost, think of this, last month they lost in this country 438,000 full-time jobs. That's a government number, including 24,000 manufacturing jobs. That's last month. And the interest rates are lowered for political reasons, but they're also lowered because the country is not doing well. We would rather have you as president. Think of this. If you would rather have me as president okay, let's do this. Let's do a poll. You ready? Who wants Trump as president? I'm shocked. Is there anyone brave enough to raise your hand? Who wants Kamala as president? I'm looking for one brave soul. That would be very brave. Who would you rather have as your president? Radical liberal Kamala Harris, who created the worst economy in your life. That's the worst economy that we've ever had under them. Or the businessman who created the greatest economy in the history of our country and in the history of the world. We created the greatest. I got to add him. I don't know. Is he still the president? I'm trying to figure it out. You know, I hate to waste the time by saying, and him, because I don't know. Is he the president? Because yesterday his wife took over the cabinet meeting, right? Said, I'm going to ask my wife to take it. Hasn't had a cabinet meeting like in 2 years. And yesterday they finally had it. And he said, I'm going to let Jill handle it. We will manage. A lot of things are happening there. A lot of bad things are happening. Under the Trump economic plan, we will cut your energy prices in half within, mark it down, and you can get very angry at me if we don't do it. Within 12 months, your energy prices will be cut in half. We have more liquid gold under our feet than anybody else. And we will rapidly defeat inflation. So inflation is a misnomer because the inflation's now getting stabilized because our country is doing badly. But the prices have been driven up here, and people can't afford the groceries. I told the story the other day, a woman, sort of elderly woman who was sad, goes up to the counter, register, puts 3 apples on, and then realizes she can't afford it. And she took 1 apple, brought it back into the refrigeration, came back, and she took 2 apples. That shouldn't be happening in this country. That shouldn't be happening. And by slashing inflation, we will cut interest rates and reduce the monthly cost of your typical mortgage by $1,000. $1,000 a month. Listen, so interest rates with me were at 2%. Interest rates with her and Joe. I got to add him. I don't know. Is he still the president? I'm trying to figure it out. You know, I hate to waste the time by saying and him because I don't know. Is he the president? Because yesterday his wife took over the cabinet meeting, right? Said, I'm going to ask my wife to take it. Hasn't had a cabinet meeting like in 2 years. And yesterday they finally had it. And he said, I'm going to let Jill handle it. We will manage. A lot of things are happening there. A lot of bad things are happening. We will massively cut taxes for workers. We will have no tax on tips. We will have no tax on overtime. And no tax on Social Security benefits for our great seniors. No tax. And it makes sense because the seniors have been hurt so badly with inflation. So we're going to have no tax on Social Security for our seniors. And while working Americans catch up, we're going to put a temporary cap on interest rates on credit card debt at 10%. Some people are paying 25 and 30%. It's crazy.
Meanwhile, a couple days ago, Kamala Harris held a rally in Wisconsin. And if you have been thinking that it seems a little fishy, fake, you're not crazy. Cell phone data from reports have confirmed that Harris's campaign is bussing in the majority of the attendees. Dedicated supporters, volunteered or paid, are spending hours on buses to fill Kamala Harris's rallies across the country. More than 2,800 of the attendees in a rally in Madison, Wisconsin were bussed in from Georgia. Big data has confirmed by tracking cell phones at each event. The last Madison, Wisconsin rally included 9,344 phones, 487 staffers, and 2,800 people from Georgia, 8,300 who have been to more than 3+ rallies. I'm not sure how long that the Harrison Walz campaign can keep this up because it takes a lot of resources to bus people in from other places. It takes a lot of money and time to do that, where Trump can host a town hall or a rally and fill up the seats pretty quickly without busing individuals in. So as we move closer to the election, I know that the Harrison Walz campaign cannot continue to do this. This is probably why she changed her venue a few times in Georgia, where only 100 or so people actually showed up. It's been noted that the IRS recently endorsed Kamala Harris. I wonder why. This individual has a great perspective on it. Let's listen.
The reason people endorse candidates, particularly presidential candidates, is because they believe that that candidate, if elected, is going to help their purpose, their cause, and advance their mission. The IRS just endorsed Kamala Harris. The IRS, the Internal Revenue Service. You know those people that you cuss every April 15th, or if you get an extension October 15th? Yeah, those sons of bitches that weaponized 87,000 new agents so they could come for your stuff. You know that whole taxation without representation? You remember they spilled tea in 1773 in Boston Harbor? Over a 3% tax, and now you're at what, 40, 45, 48? I don't know. And we just sit there like a bunch of cucks just taking it. Oh, the IRS just endorsed Kamala Harris. Listen to me. If you love money, you vote for Donald Trump. He ain't your pastor. He ain't your husband. He ain't your preacher. He's not your moral guide. He's the dude that's going to get this stuff done. The IRS endorsed Kamala Harris, and you're thinking about voting for her? You just voted for your own execution, you dumb.
What do you guys think about the rally highlights? Drop your comments down below. Smash a like button, share, subscribe, and as always, guys, I'll catch you on the next one.